Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to go over square number 3. This is another super easy square, very beginner friendly. We are going to be using our Heartland line brand yarn again. And just a quick refresher, we are using a 5.5mm hook. So I have my Furls crochet hook here. These resin hooks are my favorite. You can find the link to these below. And just a quick reminder, all the information on this yarn is here. So it is a worsted weight medium 4 yarn. You can use any worsted weight 4 yarn. This is just my favorite. It's super soft. So let's go ahead and jump in. So I grabbed a skein here that I've been working with, and we are just going to start with our slip knot as normal. I do mine a little bit differently. I just find that it's easier. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and we're going to chain 18. Perfect. So now you have your 18 chains, and all we're going to do is half double crochet in each stitch across this row. So we're just going to go in right here and half double crochet. So this pattern, the way that it works, it alternates every other row. So we're always going to have one row of half double crochet, and then the row after it is going to be a half double crochet slip stitch in the back loop only, which we will get to. But we're just going to go ahead and half double crochet all the way to the end, making sure not to twist our chain as we go. Okay, so we are making our half double crochet in the last stitch, and then we are going to chain 1 and turn. So now you see you have your first row done. So the second row is a little bit harder, but still extremely easy. So we're going to do the half double crochet slip stitch in the back loop only. So along the top of your work, you see you have these 2 loops. Your back loop is the farthest from you, so this one right here. So all we're going to do is yarn over, insert our hook into that back loop, pull up a loop, and then instead of yarning over again, we're just going to take this loop and pull through the other 2. And we're going to repeat this process all the way across the row. So we yarn over, insert into the back loop, pull that loop through, and then pull that loop through these 2. So really all you're doing is just taking that one loop and keep pulling it through. And this is a very simple stitch, and we're going to continue until we reach the end. So we're going to finish up our last stitch, and then we're going to chain 1 and turn. Here's how 2 rows look together. You can't really see the full pattern yet. Once you've gone about 4 rows, you'll start to see it. So all we're going to do now is we're going to half double crochet across our next row. And all we do this whole square is we just alternate those 2 stitches. We're going to half double crochet for one row and then half double crochet slip stitch through the back loop only for our next row. So I'm going to go ahead, meet you at the end of this row. Okay, so we just finished up our 3rd row. We're going to go ahead and we're going to half double crochet slip stitch through our back loop only all across the next row so that we can start to see the texture for this square. So I'll go ahead and meet you at the end. One trick I like that helps me when I'm doing this stitch is as I do this, I hold this in place with my thumb. It just helps the yarn to not slip off your hook as easily, and also to make sure that you're able to get this front loop through the other 2 more easily. Sometimes when you go to pull it through, that second loop will pull through as well, which we don't want. So just holding it in place allows you to have greater control over that, and that's been super helpful for me as I've worked. Okay, so now we have 4 rows done. This is the back side of our work, and this is the front side, so this is the right side. And you can start to see these little ridges. This is the texture we're looking for. Here we have a finished square, and same thing. You can see the ridges on each side. of this, and that is what we're going to look for. So all you have to do is keep repeating those 2 rows and you will end up with this square. So we are just going to follow the same pattern, and we are going to work for 13 rows, and that will create this beautiful square, and that is how we're going to do it. Make sure you check out the written pattern below as well. It includes all of the gauge information for this so that you can be sure that you are following along properly. And that is the next square in our pattern. So I hope you enjoy. Make sure that you are following along. Make sure that you go check out our blog and subscribe to our newsletter so you can get updated as each of these new squares come out. All right, thanks and see you next time.